When things are getting heated, how can you ease tensions? In this episode of Conflict Resolution, we're going to talk about de-escalating when others are emotional. As leaders in education, it is our responsibility to create a positive work environment and resolve conflicts. These conflicts need to be resolved in a productive and respectful manner. And this is hard to do when emotions are running high. So in these situations, it's important to, first of all, remain calm. Don't let your emotions affect the situation. Use effective communication skills. As a leader, you have had to practice your communication skills. So use those communication skills effectively and de-escalate the defensiveness in arguments, because emotions are high, people are not rational. When people are not rational, they're not going to hear you. So you really need to de-escalate. And that's really the point of what we're talking about today. That way, you can get everybody calmed down and reach a solution or reach a resolution. So the first step that you have to do when emotions are high and people are upset is you have to acknowledge their emotions. Emotions they're part of us as human beings. They are what make us the creatures that we are. And acknowledging that those emotions are involved and that somebody's upset, somebody's mad, somebody's something else. This, by acknowledging what's going on with each person in the conflict, you're going to show that you have empathy and that you have understanding. And that works towards helping those who may be upset, angry, hurt, whatever. It helps them to see that you care and you want to help them to come to a resolution. It helps them because you let them know that you recognize their emotions, that you're actively listening. Bam, we've talked about that one a lot, haven't we? Active listening, back and forth. I hear you. You're upset. You're mad. You're ticked off. I hear you. That's what that does. It gives them the ability to say, you're my leader, but it's okay. I respect the fact that you're frustrated. And then by doing that, it allows us to work towards a resolution. So the next thing you need to do, obviously, is get people to cool down and de-escalate. Take a break, right? We need to take a break. Well, wait a minute, things are going on. We're in a position where everybody's upset. Let's just take a breath. My director of marketing is really good when I do these videos, and we go between one video and the next video. And I was like, I'm frustrated because it didn't go as well as I wanted. He's great. Mark's really great about saying, okay, take a breath, give yourself a minute, and then go on. What's he doing? He's getting me to calm down, getting me to de-escalate my frustrations when these recordings don't go the way that I want them to. This also allows individuals to take the time that they need to calm down before we move on, before we turn the recording back on, before we start the next conversation. And it will help to prevent the conflict from escalating further, right? So like I was saying with him, I know he can see it in me, my tension, my shoulders start going up and I get frustrated and I'm like, And then, by taking that breath, by breathing in and I know, and I can even feel it. My shoulders drop a little bit and I just feel less anxious about whatever it is that we're doing. So the conflict for me is in my own head, right? But when you're working with others, what this allows them to come back to the conversation with a clear mind. So once everybody is ready to continue the conversation, you need to pull those effective communication skills in to de-escalate their defensiveness. And how do we do this? By using non-judgmental and non-confrontational approach. Avoid pointing fingers. My mom always said, when you point a finger, you got one pointing out, but you got three pointing right back at you. So stop placing blame and instead focus on finding a solution. One of the most effective techniques is using non-accusatory I statements. So this means, for example, instead of saying, you did this wrong, it's your fault, you could say, I feel frustrated when this happens because it makes it difficult for me to do my job effectively. Get them to say, I'm frustrated because, and you can even use carrier statements like that. Tell me why you're frustrated. Tell me in your own words. I am angry because, I am whatever that emotion because, and let them fill in the blank. And that way it helps them in their brain to know what those emotions are, to analyze what's going on with them, and allow them, and it also allows you to understand where they're coming from so you can help to de-escalate that situation. I statements allow individuals to express their feelings, their perspectives, and it also does it without making them feel defensive or attacked. Instead of saying, you did this or you did that, help them to say, I feel or I am. And that way you can get that information from them that will help you. And an interesting thing that will happen sometimes is, I didn't know that's what you're feeling. Oh, I didn't realize that's where this was coming from. And when that happens, ding, 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 the conflict will resolve itself. And that's the best. When you don't have to, when you can just kind of be the moderator and get two people that are unhappy and frustrated with the situation to communicate and use those I statements, boy, a lot of times the conflict will resolve itself. So the next piece, obviously, is when it doesn't fix itself, is finding resolution. Find out what the contributing factors are by using those I statements and focus on finding that solution for everyone involved. This means that you're willing to compromise and you're willing to work towards a solution that benefits everyone, not just this person or not just that person or not the person that someone else perceives as your pet. It shows them that you are in the situation with a mindset of finding a resolution. And this will work towards a positive outcome for everybody involved. So even though conflict resolution can be challenging and emotions are high, it is really important for us as leaders to acknowledge the emotions that are happening, take a needed break, use effective communication skills, and focus on finding a solution for everyone. De-escalate that defensiveness and work towards a positive resolution. As leaders in education, it is our responsibility to model these behaviors, to find effective resolutions for conflict, to work to keep our environment positive and as conflict-free as we can. We know that's not going to be possible all the time, but if you model how to resolve conflicts, your team will start picking it up. And they will respect you, and they will respect the process, and in the long run, it'll be productive for everybody involved. But I would love to hear from you guys. What are some ways that you know that help ease emotional tension that I may not have discussed here? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. To see more videos like this, visit our free resource library at lighthouse-therapy.com. Thanks and have a blessed day.